Hello everybody. I hope you're all doing really well. Right, if you're wondering why I look pretty rough, or rougher than I usually look, it's because I've been on a 3-week road trip with what we're calling the F4 group. And the F4 group is myself, Gavin Hardcastle, Tom Heaton and Nick Page. And we also have Greg Snell along, who's filming this project we're putting together. I can't delve into the project too much at this moment, but it's more or less a photography workshop or course that we're working on. And today we're taking a little bit of a day off. We've been pretty much hard at it for almost 3 weeks now. And after 3 weeks with, differing opinions and different characters, after a while, you definitely need a break. So we're taking a break today, and we're at the Valley of Fire just outside of Las Vegas. And I've never been here before, so it's a fantastic area. Many of the areas that I've been traveling to in the last few weeks I've been to before, but most of them I haven't been to for a long time, 15-20 years, a lot of them. But this area here I have never been to, I've never photographed before. It's spectacular, but I have to admit, it's really hard to photograph. What we have is these just deep red rocks with these beautiful green shrubs at the base of these cliffs, and the contrast is just absolutely fantastic. And there's all these caves and weird rock formations, but trying to photograph it is difficult. It's very busy. If you wanted to do a grand landscape, I can kind of see some great opportunities, but the problem is because we're in the desert, the skies are pretty much devoid of clouds right now. So what I'm looking for are more abstracts or intimate views of the landscape. I'm going to zero in on little vignettes. Like as an example, I'm just walking past this little cave here, all these rock formations that have some wonderful green foliage mixed in with the red rock. So I'm looking for stuff like that. The sun is slowly going down. It's gone down behind the hills in the background here. I might try and find some landscapes, but like I said, without any clouds, it's not terribly interesting. I mean, there are some high wispy clouds that might catch a little bit of light, but we'll have to see how it goes. Right, enough of my complaining. Let's try and find some compositions. I have to admit, we've been out photographing pretty much every day for the last 2.5 weeks, and I really do need a break from photography. Just a couple of days to refresh. But this is just too good an opportunity to pass up. So let me see what I can get. All right. It's really funny. I continually do this to myself, and that I always feel rushed, and it's not until I actually just slow down and start to really look at the landscape, that's when I start to find compositions. And it really doesn't matter what the subject is. I can usually find something. Now, it's not going to be my best image or a portfolio image, but often once I've found something just to photograph, then that's a good starting point. So in this instance, I've just found this beautiful green grass and these rock formations, and they just have nice shapes to them. And I just love the contrast between the red rock and the green grass, and it almost has a blue tone to it, probably because of the ambient light from the blue sky above. So I'll show you the composition. As far as processing goes, it'll probably be quite simple. I might do a little bit of dodging and burning just to bring out some of that texture, and also help it look a bit more three-dimensional, because right now the light is quite flat because we don't have any directional light hitting this, and actually I'm fine with that. It's much easier to work with. All right, so hopefully you can see this. As I was saying, I just love the contrast between the green grass and the red rocks. Now I will probably crop this to either a square or 4x5, but I just love these lines and textures and this kind of curving a rock round round on the right side here. So I'll just crop it a little bit on the right. Very simple image. Like I said, it's not going to win any kind of awards, but not every image is out there. It's just more of a personal thing. And these are the types of things that I like to look for, just small abstracts in the landscape. So I'm going to see if I can find some more stuff like this, perhaps something a little bit more complex. This is a very simple composition. I do like more complex patterns in the rocks. And actually, as I look over to my right now, I can see something that might have some potential. So let's head over there and see what else we can find. Something else that you guys may have noticed that's totally unrelated to what I'm shooting today is this tripod that I'm using. This is a tripod from FLM. Now, I'm not affiliated or sponsored by FLM. They did send me out this tripod, which I'm really grateful for, because on this trip it's just been fantastic. The reason why I like it so much is that it extends well beyond my height on a flat surface. And the advantage to that is that as soon as you go on any kind of slope or you're on even ground like this, that extra bit of height really helps to get it at eye level. The problem that I have with a lot of tripods is that because I'm 6'3", they're just not made for my height, and I'm like this all the time, which is not great. The other thing I really love about this tripod, it doesn't have a center column. I'm not a huge fan of center columns. I just like legs. Center columns, you know, basically what it ends up being is a monopod on 3 legs. I want something that's a little bit more stable. And as far as looking for a lightweight tripod, well, it kind of defeats the purpose. The purpose of a tripod is to really stabilize your camera. So you want a little bit of weight and heft behind it so that it's able to do that, especially when you're using really long lenses. All right, enough about tripods. Let's see if we can find another composition before the light fades. 16 is probably wide enough. Oh, maybe vertical's better. Greg, the rodent.
Yeah. You stay in there, Greg. I'm going to get a video clip of this.
Oh, I hate wearing glasses.
Where is it? It's that one there.
Yeah, I see it. There, Adam, can you come film this? Should be all set up. All you gotta do is hold the gimbal while you're recording as well. And then I'll record and then just get tight on me trying to... What do you want me to do? Wash away his handprint?
Yeah, so because Adam's really inconsiderate, he left this handprint there.
This one right here?
That one right there, yeah. I just need it in the sand, I just need it gone. That's better.
So while I was over on the other side here, Gavin and Greg were looking for a specific cave that Gavin had photographed. When was that? A few years ago?
Yeah, about 3 or 4 years ago.
3 or 4 years ago, and I just kind of gave up and did my own thing. Anyway, they found the cave, and it really is cool. So Gavin and I have a little bit of a bet on. You can photograph it from either side. So he thinks that one side's better than the other, and I think the other side's better. So we're going to kind of post both of those images, and we'll let you guys decide which side you like the best. Of course, my side's probably the best, but
My side's better.
it's all to do with the processing, you know. I'm a little bit light-handed, he's a bit heavy-handed, so, but
Am I as heavy-handed as Nick?
Nick's pretty heavy-handed, but he does it very tastefully, I must admit.
Oh, so you're saying mine's heavy-handed and not tasteful?
Well, when you put it, maybe.
Right, we'll see. We'll see who comes up with the best.
It's just a friendly competition,
Yeah, all right.
no money involved.
Well, we've still got to pay Greg for cleaning up the sand.
Oh yeah, so Gavin's got Greg cleaning up handprints and stuff in the sand.
$70. It's totally worth it.
He's worth every penny, isn't he?
$70.
Am I in the video now? Yeah, $70 Canadian to sweep up the sand.
Oh really?
Bonus.
Wow.
I'm going to use it to gamble away in Vegas. I've never been to America. This is actually really exciting. All this like bright lights and planes and things. Crazy. I'm sure you love it.
Yeah, I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Not. Okay, I'm actually cheating here because both of these images are actually mine. So I ended up taking photographs from both ends of the cave. Now, in my own defense, when I put this video together, Gavin was still on his trip, so I didn't have his image to compare mine to. But what I'll do is I'll wait until Gavin gets back, and I'm sure that when he puts his video together, I'll give him his choice of image, either the left or the right side of the cave, and then we'll let you guys decide which one you like the best. Alright everybody, thanks ever so much for watching this week's video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, and if you enjoy the content of my channel, be sure to subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that it notifies you when a new video comes out. All right, until next week, thanks again. Bye for now.
So this is the new rig, huh?
Yep.
Can I record it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. That looks really cool. Little Sony is RX100?
RX100 version 7.
Version 7 with the Zhiyun Weebill S gimbal.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, that little wooden part right there, that looks amazing.
Oh, that's the, what's it called, small
It's a,
rig?
Yeah, it's a rig, yeah, a small rig. And then what's the mic on the top? The Rode?
The Rode Wireless, which seems to work really well. So the only reason I got this camera, I had the version 5, which was excellent, by the way, but it didn't have a mic jack. Oh, sorry, I'm
Talking to me
this.
now. Because I'm filming you, so you can use this for your video.
I didn't have the mic jack, so I bit the bullet and got this version. But the problem with this version is that it doesn't have a cold shoe, so you can't attach anything to it, external microphone or wireless. So then I had to buy the rig for it. So it just keeps going and going and going, and by the end of it, you think, well, why did I even bother? I might as well just got a mirrorless or a DSLR or whatever. But I like the size of this camera, and it's a great little camera. It really is. As far as the Weebill goes, I'm not sure if I'll use it for regular vlogging. I mean, I love the effects and I love the the smoothness, but it's just the weight and more batteries, and it just goes on and on. Well, you know all about that.
Yeah,
right?
it's
So,
pretty heavy. Mine's even heavier than that, I think.
yeah.
That's the way it is. But this is kind of a cool angle. Huh. All right.
All right. All right.